Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sam Kerr Football Centre for a special night of football here in Perth, Western Australia, as the WA state team meet Indonesian professional side Persebaya Surabaya in a prestigious friendly fixture. Great to have your company wherever you're watching us tonight. My name's Tommy Dolman. I'll be calling you through tonight's action as some of the best footballers from our local leagues here in Western Australia will be playing Indonesian opposition for the first time since 2008. And before we focus on the football, let's hear some of the pre-match build-up heading into this fixture from both coaches, starting with the new head coach of Persebaya Surabaya, Eduardo Perez.
Okay, we're here with the head coach of Persebaya Surabaya, and Eduardo, welcome to Perth. It's a bit chilly tonight, but we were just talking about how it's a nice night for football.
Pues, I think the weather is perfect for play football. The pitch also is in very good condition, so we hope we enjoy the one very night of football today.
And fresh into sort of pre-season, or got a bit of block of training underway, and for yourself and the team, what do you expect out of tonight, and what would you like to get out tonight?
Pues today for us is the first test that we have in the pre-season, so we hope that the things that we training in the last training sessions, pues we will start to see today in the pitch. No? We know, I don't believe never in the friendly games. I know it's games, so today is for us also is big chance for start to see the new face of the team. Yeah.
And for yourself, fresh into the role as well, it would be nice to get that, not just the experience of seeing what the players get up to and the way they play the system, but for you to see them come up against some really great opposition as well tonight.
Yes, we know the level of the opponent, so finally, pues, this is the first test for us. Many things we need to, of course, we need to have to work until start the season. We know the opponent already is in the middle of the season, so maybe the rhythm is a little bit different than our rhythm, but it's our first test, and of course we want to compete 100%. Yeah.
And for those back home in Indonesia, what's your message about coming out to Australia and to Perth and experiencing this beautiful city and country?
Pues we need to say thank you, no, to the organization, because from the first moment give us all the facilities, give us the opportunity to train in the field. So for us it's thank you so much for the organization, and we know Perth is one amazing city. And of course, we know the relation between Surabaya and Persebaya and Perth, so we are really happy to come here.
Thank you so much for your time, mate, and enjoy the game tonight and go well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ian Ferguson, head coach of the WA state team, mate, thank you so much for your time. How are you feeling coming in tonight? Confident that you can get a result?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I wouldn't have confidence. I don't know. Obviously I've watched a few videos of Persebaya on the TV, and they look a very good side. We have worked really hard on a bit of shape and a bit of structure for players and giving them some of their roles. So hopefully tonight they'll take that on board, and hopefully we'll give them a good game.
Now, rep teams are always a hard team to coach, notoriously. Sessions and the quality of those as players maybe have a couple of niggles mid-season. How are you feeling about that, and what's the squad look like? And the team looks pretty strong.
Yeah, look, I've been really happy with the squad, and I think the players that we selected, most of them have turned up, and the other 2 or 3 that we've had been put out through injury, unfortunately. The sessions have been quality. I've really enjoyed them. Everything that we've done in regards to ball retention, ball speed, ball movement, I've been really pleased with. So yeah, look, tonight will be a big test for them, and I hope they go out there and do well.
And it must be awesome to come to the Sam Kerr Football Centre here, the home of football in WA, and experience a kind of a different fixture for a state team up against Persebaya.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the exciting thing for everybody. It's going to be a test for them, and it's against a quality side, as I've said before. And coming to this ground and playing on this ground, as you can see, it's absolutely magnificent. So we're all looking forward to it and excited about it.
Mate, go well, good luck, and have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bapak, selamat malam dan selamat datang di Sam Kerr Football Centre di Western Australia. Apa arti pertandingan malam ini antara Persebaya Surabaya dan Western Australia bagi hubungan antara Western Australia dan Jawa Timur?
Ya, ini pertandingan yang sangat penting karena bagian dari real implementasi dari kerjasama penguatan sister province ya, antara Jawa Timur dengan Western Australia. Dan ini akan menunjukkan kepada Indonesia dan dunia bahwa kerjasama antar pemerintah juga bisa di bidang olahraga dan nanti akan menghasilkan manfaat yang luar biasa untuk masyarakat dan tentu larinya peningkatan sepak bola untuk prestasi kedua negara.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak dan juga prediksi skor malam ini.
3-2.
Terima kasih Bapak. Terima kasih ya. Terima kasih ya. Bapak, maaf ya kalau Bapak, maaf ya kalau Bapak.
Thank you very much to Robbie Figg and to Robbie Gasper for those interviews as the atmosphere around the Sam Kerr Football Centre here in Queen's Park starts to build up. Plenty of travelling supporters here to watch their team in action. Also a good contingent of local support here in WA. I can just see in the foreground the teams are starting to think about making their way out of the tunnel. Of course, this is the venue that hosts a lot of the cup action and some of the biggest games of the year. And this is a massive one tonight as well. You can see the WA starting lineups on your screen. 3 of the NPL WA men's top 4 scorers are in the squad tonight, led by Peter Jacobs on the bench, who has scored 13 times in the top flight this season. 6 from Bayswater and 5 from Kingsway leading the numbers there. Meanwhile, Persebaya Surabaya bring out their strongest squad for this pre-season fixture as they look to kick their campaign into gear. The danger man, no doubt, Bruno Moreira Suarez. He hit double figures in the league last season. And also, keep an eye on Malik Risaldi as well, the 28-year-old Indonesian ringer who scored 4 goals and had 5 assists last season, but also played in a World Cup qualifier for Indonesia against Bahrain in October. In terms of the conditions here in Queen's Park, you couldn't ask for a better night for football, really. No breeze, no rain. We have had it pretty rough here in the west in the past couple of weeks. Multitude of showers, but thankfully those have cleared up ahead of this game tonight. So no excuses for either team out there as the WA State team make their way towards their bench to the left of the screen just beneath us. And the Indonesian and Australian flags are also out on the pitch. You can see the players in the tunnel and the lights dim as both sides are about to make their entrance onto the Sam Kerr Football Centre. the Indonesian and the Australian national anthems right there as the teams shake hands and build up to kick-off begins. If you are only just joining us now, good evening everybody and welcome to the Sam Kerr Football Centre, a special night of football in prospect here in Perth, Western Australia. The WA state team meeting Indonesian professional side Persebaya Surabaya in a prestigious friendly fixture being beamed all around the world. So a fixture between some of WA's best local footballers and this Persebaya Surabaya team who are looking to start their new season, having finished fourth at the end of the last Indonesian Superliga season. Before we get underway though, the respective captains Aaron Williams of the WA state team and Bruno Moreira will shake hands with the WA Premier Roger Cook and your team of officials tonight. Plenty of photo opportunities in that mix as well, you can see. So kick-off closing in, the WA state team switching sides. The Persebaya Surabaya team will appear in your shot in a moment. They will also emerge from their dugout and their final huddle before kick-off tonight. Your referee for this friendly fixture is Niall Gilmore. He'll be assisted by Arvin Shanmuganathan and Lawson Rimmer. Liam Barkley is your fourth official. And of course, this isn't just a international friendly tonight. It's a unique fixture for you to indulge in, a game which also coincides with the 35th anniversary celebrations of Western Australia's sister state relationship with the province of East Java, where Surabaya is located. So for the WA side, it's recognition and a proud moment for these players who get to represent their state and potentially impress a wider audience. Persebaya, though, aren't just here for a holiday. They've brought a full-strength squad to town as preparations for their upcoming Indonesian Super League season ramp up. We are just about set to go. Persebaya will get us underway wearing their predominantly green kit with the yellow numbers, and the WA state team will play in their traditional colours of the gold shirts with the black shorts. Persebaya to the right of your screen in the first half. The state team to the left. Niall Gilmore gets us underway. And we'll find out in due course who will come on top, as Adrian Sinagra has an early touch of the ball and gives it to the WA state team skipper Aaron Williams, a former player of Persebaya. Spent 3 years there between 2019 and 2021. Clearance was hooked straight in the air by Freitas. And then Freitas again will get on the ball, and Persebaya will just try and reset things here. He's Dime Dimov. Pass back was a little risky, but the clearance was quick from Anando Ari. Persebaya with a chance to come forward now. Here's Rajkovic. looking to slip in Freitas to his right, but the offside flag is up here on this near side. Persebaya Surabaya, the 6-time Indonesian League champions, 3-time winners in the second tier 2. They finished top 6 in 6 of the past 7 seasons, since they earned promotion to Liga 1 in 2017. They are a real heavy competitor at the top of the Indonesian top flight. And they come through it here, forward here through Rizaldi. He'll lay it off. As Couture gives it to Rajkovic. And then Butrevski was challenged late by Cameron Teese. And Persebaya will have a free kick just inside their own half. Risto Butrevski, the 33-year-old Macedonian centre-back. He played internationally for the under-19 team. He's played club football in Bosnia, Serbia, Israel and Armenia, prior to his move to Asia in 2022, where he became the first foreign player to sign for Indonesian club Jawa United. He joins Persebaya for the upcoming season. Plenty of experience. Here's the skipper and the danger man tonight, Moreira, skipping down the left-hand side, looking to get back onto his preferred right foot. He stood up by Brent Quick of Stirling, Macedonia, the WA club in the Australia Cup round of 32. And the referee was trying to play an advantage there, but none was forthcoming, and Persebaya have a free kick in a good attacking set-piece scenario. It was Rivera who was fouled, and the Mexican attacking midfielder will look to whip in this free kick. There's 2 in the WA wall. 4 in Persebaya. Green to aim for. Free kick is whipped in. It's too close to the goalkeeper. Adrian Sinagra, the Olympic Kingsway stopper, makes an easy stop. He'll try to release quickly for McManus. Indonesian visitors, though, aware of the danger. Now Sam Pollard for Sean McManus. Pollard looking to continue his run. Dimov is across and putting into touch. Dimov, also Macedonian central defender. Numerous clubs in the Macedonian First Division between 2013 and 2023. Prior to moving across to Asia. Clearance from him goes up the line. The last touch was off Rivera. WA in their distinguished black and gold colours win the throw. Possession turned over. Rajkovic. Pressure was on Moreira from Ninkovic, but he's able to get it to Butrevski. Persebaya will now try and build up. Intricate little exchange of passes. Rizaldi leaves it for Rivera to his outside Freitas, who's going to try and get to the byline. Squeeze across goal. A little bit of a scramble at the back, but Sinagra gratefully picking up. It was Rizaldi who was attacking that 6-yard box, and he wasn't quite able to make clean contact. So pretty good early tempo to this game with a tick over 5 minutes played here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Sean McManus looking to get the WA team moving forward. He tries to slip the pass through to his Bayswater City teammate in Cameron Teese. Those two have combined for 16 league goals. Both play for the unbeaten NPL WA Men's League leaders, Bayswater City, yet to lose so far. 6 points clear at the top of the division. Nando Ari drops it into Rajkovic. Rajkovic again. Moreira tried to lay off. Teese working hard for his team. It's given away by Leeming. Rajkovic will slip the pass to Moreira. Quick, was out of position, so he's got to get back on the defensive end, and he did well to match the pace of the Brazilian Moreira. Persebaya's leading scorer with 10 goals last season. He's been with the club since 2021 across 2 different spells, a short stint in the Greek second division in between. Tumbas. Rajkovic. Real pace-setting midfielder who likes to dictate terms. Montenegrin. So they're sliding in on Pollard. Quick throw from the Perth Red Star fullback. It's for his teammate in Leeming. Persebaya good enough behind the ball. And the last touch there off Malik Risaldi. Rivera flipping forward, looking for Risaldi. Williams in best position to guide back to Sinagra, his Olympic Kingsway teammate. Moreira was able to get a foot in before Quick was able to control. He's going to look to try and link up with Risaldi. Risaldi drops it back to Moreira. 2 WA players to deal with. The Brazilian crosses in. It stood up. Pollard, the header up in the air. A little bit of panic on the clearance. And then the shot came in from distance. It was the youngster, Sadida Nagraha, who had it. Low on the left foot, but it was straight down the throat of Sinagra. Persebaya very much in their pre-season at the moment. The 2024-25 campaign ended for them in May. 15 wins, 11 draws, 8 losses. They were 13 points behind the champions Persib. They were in the title race at one stage, only to finish with just 1 win in their last 8 league fixtures, but 5 draws in that run, so a couple of sliding doors results in that stretch, which meant they couldn't quite keep pace with the 3 sides above them. Certainly shown intent in this early spell so far, but here come this WA State team. Pollard's cross hit his own teammate in McManus, and it's going to be a Persebaya ball. Pollard throwing into Ninkovic. Freitas looking on board and seeing Rajkovic. Rajkovic with a couple of teammates to his left. Short pass was on for Moreira. Further ahead is Dejan Tumbas, the Serbian. And the pass missed a teammate, and now the WA State team can come forward as Teese lays off to McManus. McManus was to go down the outside. The cross came in. It was steered away by Dimov. Pressure came in from Sasinjegic. Persebaya, though, cool heads prevailed. Nugraha did well there under pressure. One of the younger players in this Persebaya squad, who's part of the Indonesian Elite Pro Academy previously. He'll be looking to make a first team impression in season 2025-26. Couture trying to nod down into his path. Frank Gamis-Quer across to defend. Gamis-Quer, one of 5 players from the WA second tier who are part of this squad tonight. 3 from Dinella, 1 from UWA Netherlands, and 1 also from Guelph, Croatia. Persebaya have a corner. It'll be a right-footed out-swinger from Rivera, aimed into that 6-yard area. Awkward-looking header, I think, from Njegic. Might have actually been Gamis-Quer in there. Persebaya will stay on the front foot. Kick. And the last touch off Rivera. Persebaya starting this new campaign under their new head coach, Eduardo Perez, who replaced Northern Irishman Paul Munster at the end of last season. Very familiar to Indonesian football, though, is the new Persebaya coach. He was the former goalkeeping coach of the Indonesian national team, and he's also coached PSS Sleman in Liga 2. Plenty of experience also on the WA bench with former Glasgow Rangers midfielder Ian Ferguson at the helm. Coaches locally with Dinella White Eagles, but was also Perth Glory's A-League men's coach. Also did a great job in bringing Sterling Macedonia up to the NPL after a 3-year absence. Won some silverware there before stepping down to the second tier, as the WA State team have a free kick and a good crossing position. Declan Hughes will be the taker. They've sent plenty forward here. Everybody in Persebaya colours is back behind the ball defending this one. Hughes' ball low and zipped in, and it's hacked away up in the air and away to safety by Freitas. Quick, who played with Coach Ferguson at both Sterling and Quins previously. Gamis-Quer to Sean McManus. Beautiful night for football here in Queen's Park at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Tremendous facility that we do have here in WA. Great to welcome some international opposition and, of course, some supporters as well. Might be able to just see the supporter bay there in the background of your shot. Persebaya nicknamed the Green Crocodiles, with their supporters known as the Green Force and also the Boniac. Declan Hughes looking for the cross-field killer pass. Now Teese. Well done from Leeming to get it to Pollard. Now Sasanjegic. Njegic emerged with possession, drove to the edge of the box, looked right, saw Ninkovic, couldn't pick him out though. Moreira did really well to get himself between ball and opponent and drew the contact and the free kick. Plenty of people in attendance tonight, all enjoying this winter Wednesday evening. Quite chilly. So plenty of people out braving the cooler weather that we've had in Perth in the past month or so. Matrevsky for Dejan Tumbas. Tumbas inboard for Negraha. Now Matrevsky goes across to Dimov. Persebaya just looking to enjoy a little spell in possession and control the contest as Rizaldi comes deep to receive the pass to feet. Rajkovic. Moreira trying to play a little 1-2 with Rizaldi, but Ninkovic read the danger and slid in. Freitas. Rivera, left-footed shot, good save. Sinagra got down low to his left. And a big glove on that to push it away to safety. First meaningful save from either goalkeeper tonight. Dimov, who recently extended his contract with Persebaya for another season, having joined in January. He's going to receive a pass from his Macedonian counterpart in Matrevsky. The pair just exchanged passes, looking to work an angle and pick a hole in this WA formation as Rajkovic looks to spin one forward. Williams across. Square almost ran into trouble, was able to get it to Hughes. And then Leeming for Williams. Across to Quick. Now Ninkovic carrying the ball across halfway. Tumbas was across and putting into touch. Quick. Tried to dig out a little pass. Tumbas' clearance straight to Ninkovic. Pass was a bit behind Pollard, but he had some time to go and retrieve. Now Sasanjegic. to the feet of Cameron Teese. And then the curling shot low was fumbled first time by Ari, but then picked up comfortably enough at the second attempt, and it was Pollard who was forward from full-back. Such a terrific outlet is Sam Pollard on the left-hand side. He's played mainly on the wing this season for Perth Red Star, so he does have those attacking instincts. Also capable of playing left-back, though, as he is tonight. Njegic from McManus. So looking to keep tabs of them and not let the cross get in. Njegic with some nice footwork. Deep cross. Was seeking the run of Quick, who arrived late. He's going to pull back for Ninkovic. He tried to dig out the shot on goal. And then Quick was coming back from an offside position as he tried to link up again with the Perth Soccer Club attacking midfielder. Here's a shot of that replay a little earlier on. Rivera with the fleet-footed play in the box, and Agra with a stop down low to save. Closest chance that the visitors have had so far this evening. So past the midway mark of this first half. And this international friendly between WA and Persebaya Surabaya. Goalless at the moment. Both teams have forced the goalkeeper into a good save though. Good tempo and a good atmosphere to this contest as Tumbas, left-hand side, looking to find Rajkovic. Loose ball then breaks to Ninkovic, who gets past a couple of challenges. WA with some numbers forward here. Ninkovic looking to get onto that preferred right foot and hits at goal, but it was straight down the throat of Hernando Ari. Quick for Ninkovic. Home side restarting again. Through Williams as Ian Ferguson in the dugout beneath us just calls for patience. Now the opportunity presents to open up the visitors' defence. It's Pollard who's in between the lines. McManus to his left. Wants that preferred right foot. Cross came in. And it's going to be a free kick to WA. Handball indicated there by the referee. So 3 in the Persebaya wall. Teese and Pollard over it. It's going to be Teese to strike. It's into the wall and it deflects behind for a corner. Declan Hughes on dead ball duties once again. Sent in, dangerous looking ball. Gamis Kerr was attacking. The header is cleared to Moreira, sliding in with a great challenge was Theo Leeming. He sends the cross back into the box. Edge of the area, Ninkovic. And he maybe had a little more time than he thought to set himself up and strike that with a little more conviction. Great work from Leeming though, sliding in, making the challenge. The cross was a low one. And then Ninkovic was arriving, and he's a player who often shows such magnificent technique. Not on this occasion though. Meanwhile, Rivera clipping through, looking for Rizaldi. Gamis Kerr back to Sinagra, and now Aaron Williams. Looks up and then drills the pass beautifully to the feet of McManus, who's got time to turn and drive up the line at the heart of the Persebaya defence. And the challenge was a good one from Couture, who kept his concentration, with the fleet-footed McManus running at him. Arif Couture, the 25-year-old Indonesian fullback, spent time with Persebaya in his youth career for 3 years before rejoining them in 2022. 74 league appearances for the club since. 27 games last season, so he is a regular in this side. As Hughes sends in the corner, Ari was under it, 2 fists to the ball. Edge of the box is Leeming, and then closing down quickly was Rizaldi. Good little spell here for WA. Williams wide right. Left-footed ball into the box. Teese looking to get on the end of it. Knotted down by Dimov. Danger still not dealt with. It's going to be Gamis Kerr, who has a swing and a miss, and then it ran through to McManus, who just lashed at it on the left foot. Persebaya line caught a little flat-footed there, as Gamis Kerr was able to just sneak in behind. Teese wanted the foul, didn't get it. Dimov to Gally Freitas. Pressure was on Dimov from Teese, who's such a relentless runner in the final third. Dimov. Rizaldi. Nugraha to Rajkovic. Well done there by Nugraha, who was there to make the challenge. Persebaya staying in possession. Couture's got 2 WA players chasing him down, and smartly knew the contact was coming and drew the foul, and he's quick to get things moving. Tumbas. Forward from left back. Moreira, quickly closed down by Leeming. Had Ninkovic there to lend him a hand. Ninkovic looking to drive down the right-hand side away from Moreira, then just lost his footing on the slippery surface. Now Njegic. Pressure's stepped up a little bit from both teams in the last few minutes. great to have the WA state team back in action against Indonesian opposition, and indeed international opposition. The state team's past 8 matches have been against the Perth Glory's A-League men's side. Most usually be a pre-season fixture for the Glory. Last time WA did play international opposition was in 2017 against the Singapore youth side. Got to go back a little further to when they last played an Indonesian opponent. That was back in 2008 when a WA representative side travelled to Surabaya to play an East Java All-Province Under-23 side. Names such as Mark Anthony, Jeff Bright, Scott Bullock, Andrea Jukic, Johnny Murko, Tommy Amphlett, Neil Young, all part of the squad. Some famous names in WA football there. Quick, not quite able to dig out the cross there before it passed the byline. That fixture in 2008 was actually in Indonesia. Last time WA played Indonesian opposition here in Perth was 29 years ago in May 1996. And the Indonesian national team came over to play a friendly at Dorrien Gardens, the home of Perth Soccer Club. The fixture ended in a 2-2 draw with the WA team winning 5-3 on penalties. So it certainly has been too long since we've seen Indonesian side on our shores, and it's great to see the local football crowd here in the West get behind the fixture. Referee just having a little chat with Rajkovic. Eventually run away again as Hughes clips forward. McManus, bit of space to operate in on the left, looks inboard, sees Teese. Foot in was from Nugraha. And the goal kick is awarded. Plenty of energy is Sedita Nugraha so far. In the middle of the park. Sort of player that you do need in that centre of the park mix, alongside your tempo dictator like Rajkovic and your player who likes to get a little further forward in Rivera, who's operated mainly in that number 10 role tonight. Ninkovic laying off the Quick, who also loves to get forward. Ball stayed in play. Hughes, Teese, nice layoff, leaning pass was zipped a little too quickly past McManus, but that was a very encouraging passage of play. Actually ended up going out for a throw. And McManus again snapping into the challenge, and goal kick is the verdict. Restart will be taken by Hernando Ari, the goalkeeper, who's the current number 2 of the Indonesian national team, 15 caps for his country. He was most recently in the squad for June's World Cup qualifiers, and a Persebaya youth product. He made his first team debut for the club in 2021. So restart taken by Dimov. Pollard under it. Bit happening on this near touchline. Eventually Leeming emerges with the ball. He tried to slip through for Teese. And then a little clumsy there from Njegic, who knocked over Persebaya number 22 and Freitas. Pollard, awkward looking header. Freitas, the Saudi, wild strike on the left foot, never testing Sinagra. Kerr, Rajkovic, Rosaudi. Challenge from Njegic. Referee said it was a fair one. Quick emerges with the ball. Over halfway he crosses. Leeming got it onto Njegic. Little interchange between the pair. Now McManus takes a touch and crosses. Quick, arriving from right back again. And it was over the head of everybody in the end and harmlessly away for a goal kick. Underway again with Persebaya trying to play out from the back. Dimov was under the pump. Gave the ball away to McManus. Pass into the area looking for Ninkovic. Dimov slid in. Didn't get the ball, but didn't get the player either. Moreira. Referee playing advantage. Rajkovic on the ball there. 18 caps for Montenegro. At senior level, to go with 20 more at youth levels. New signing for Persebaya this season, who's previously played in Asia in both South Korea and Malaysia. Thrown in by Quick. And Persebaya got the free kick. Persebaya fans trying to make some noise, trying to encourage their side toward a late goal in this opening 45 minutes. Tick over 5 minutes remaining. Still goalless. Chances at both ends so far. As McManus, the dangerous McManus, driving towards the edge of the box, went to ground, and the challenge was fair. So play continues. Mitrevski. Moreira, a little drop at the shoulder, ran into Williams, so his progress was curtailed. And then Quick was snapping into the challenge, and both he and Moreira exchange a few words with one another. Well, at least it shows the players are really engaged in this game and it means something to them. Hughes. Gammy Square. Ooh, mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from Williams. How often have we seen him do that for Olympic Kingsway in the past couple of seasons? Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. This time it was Pollard who came across from left back. And for the first time really in this contest, the WA side are a little bit at 6s and 7s at the back. Pretty well organised for the most part up until now. Couture. Clearance from McManus. Only as far as Negraha. He didn't get that one right. Ninkovic. Quick. Ninkovic again. Crossing into the box. Didn't beat the first defender. Mitrevsky was there. And now Rivera. Working hard, Leeming. Sasnjegic. For Sean McManus. Clean strike. Wayward with the direction. Great to see Sean McManus back to his best. In the past couple of seasons, he had a real tough time with injury, but as you've seen in this first half tonight, when he gets on a run with that pace and that skill, he really is difficult to stop. 7 goals for him this season so far in the league. So final minutes of regulation time in this first half. We've got a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground and up into the grateful hands of Ari. A real presentable chance there for the home side late in this first half. Fourth official will put up the board for 1 more minute. Teese clipping forward. Ninkovic. Still time for either team here. Njagic's toe poke and a free kick will be awarded to WA. And this will surely be the last attempt of this first half. Njagic there, first touch looked a little heavy, but Negraha had already committed to the challenge and as a result slid in on the Dianella White Eagles midfielder. So McManus has placed the ball down. He looks as though he's going to size this one up. In conversation with Sam Pollard. Pollard, a very capable set-piece taker himself. McManus went low, disappointing in the end. Danger still not completely dealt with in the end. There was a foul from a retreating Leeming, and that signals the end of the first 45 minutes here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Chances at both ends in that opening 45 minutes, with both goalkeepers called upon to make stops. Rivera brought the best out of Adrian Sinagra, who got down low to his left and put a big mitt on it to palm away to safety. At the other end, meanwhile, Cameron Teese had a late header straight at the goalkeeper, Hernando Ari, very late on in that first half. And the other notable effort saw Sam Pollard break forward from full back, and his right foot effort was also spilled and gathered at the second attempt by the goalkeeper. But a good game so far in front of a good crowd for this friendly. It's the WA State team 0, Persebaya Surabaya 0 at half-time. Outside Freitas, who's going to try and get to the byline, squeeze across goal, a little bit of a scramble at the back, but Sinagra. Moreira trying to play a little 1-2 with Rizaldi, but Ninkovic read the danger. Freitas. Rivera, left-footed shot, good save, Sinagra got down low. Now Sasaniagic to the feet of Cameron Teese. And then the curling shot low was fumbled first time by challengers. WA with some numbers forward here. Ninkovic looking to get onto that preferred right foot and hits at goal, but it was straight to get on the end of it. Knotted down by Dimov. Danger still not dealt with. It's going to be Gamizquare who has a swing and a miss, and then it ran through to McManus. So play continues. Witrewski. Moreira, a little drop at the shoulder, ran into Williams, so his progress was curtailed. And then Quick was snapping into the challenge, and mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from Williams. Mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from Williams. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. Got a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. Got a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. He leaves it for Rivera. To his outside Freitas, who's going to try and get to the byline, squeeze across goal, a little bit of a scramble at the back, but Sinagru. Moreira trying to play a little 1-2 with Rizaldi, but Ninkovic read the danger. Freitas. Rivera, left-footed shot, good save, Sinagra got down low. Now Sasaniagic to the feet of Cameron Teese. And then the curling shot low was fumbled first time by challengers. WA with some numbers forward here. Ninkovic looking to get onto that preferred right foot and hits at goal, but it was straight. Down the throat. Looking to get on the end of it. Knotted down by Dimov. Danger still not dealt with. It's going to be Gamizquare who has a swing and a miss, and then it ran through to McManus. So play continues. Witrewski. Moreira, a little drop at the shoulder, ran into Williams, so his progress was curtailed. And then Quick was snapping into the challenge, and mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from Williams. Mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from Williams. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. Got a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. Got a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. He leaves it for Rivera. To his outside Freitas, who's going to try and get to the byline, squeeze across goal, a little bit of a scramble at the back, but Sinagru. Moreira trying to play a little 1-2 with Rizaldi, but Ninkovic read the danger. Freitas. Rivera, left-footed shot, good save, Sinagra got down low. Now Sasaniagic to the feet of Cameron Teese. And then the curling shot low was fumbled first time by challengers. WA with some numbers forward here. Ninkovic looking to get onto that preferred right foot and hits at goal, but it was straight. Down the front to get on the end of it. Knotted down by Dimov. Danger still not dealt with. It's going to be Gamizquare who has a swing and a miss, and then it ran through to McManus. So play continues. Witrewski. Moreira, a little drop at the shoulder, ran into Williams, so his progress was curtailed. And then Quick was snapping into the challenge, and mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from William. Ooh, mistake given away. Now then, Freitas comes forward for Persebaya, driving to the edge of the box. Gally Freitas, great challenge, great block from William. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. Visitors come forward again. Rizaldi looking to lay into the box, and again a desperate challenge. But a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. But a WA free kick. Hughes will be the taker. Swung in, deep delivery, and the header from Teese was into the ground. Moreira trying to play a little 1-2 with Rizaldi, but Ninkovic read the danger. Freitas. Welcome back to the Sam Kerr Football Centre for the second half of this friendly between the WA State team and Persebaya Surabaya. Goalless at the break, but plenty of chances for both teams in what was a pretty exciting and end-to-end first half. Really good intensity shown by the WA State team, to say that they don't often play together, and also Persebaya too, considering that they are very much early doors in their pre-season. One change at half-time to bring you news of, and it's a switching goal for the visitors Persebaya, with Andika Ramadani coming in between the sticks for the second half. The 26-year-old goalkeeper who came through the Persebaya Elite Pro Academy before making his debut in 2021. He's on in place of Hernando Ari as the WA State team get us underway in this second period. And snapping into the challenge early in this second 45 was Gally Freitas, and he draws a foul for the visitors. Rajkovic looking to get it moving quickly. Pollard read the danger, and then a risky pass across goal worked out okay as Quick got it to Ninkovic. Ninkovic all the way for Williams, who clips up the line. It's headed forward once more by Negraha. Now Williams will just take a little bit of time to look up and assess his options. Here is Quick. Ran into a wall of green shirts, and the Green Crocodiles will come forward now through Rizaldi, who tried to go down the outside of Williams and drew the foul. So there was chances at both ends in the first half. Adrian Sinagra made the most notable of the stops for WA when saving from Francisco Rivera left-footed effort, which was bottom corner bound. At the other end, Sam Pollard had a right-footed effort which spilled initially by Ari and then gathered at the second time of asking. Cameron Teese also had a header from a Declan Hughes free kick saved in the final minute of the opening 45. So a free kick for the visitors here. It's Freitas and Rivera who are eyeing this one off, with two in the WA wall. Rivera with a variation, 2 fists away from Sinagra. Edge of the box is Rajkovic, who's going to put it back into the mixer, and the delivery was too close to the goalkeeper. Comfortably caught by Sinagra. Quick with the release. McManus trying to help on. Teese very isolated. And getting back was Freitas, who was only there over the free kick a moment ago, so tremendous work rate from him to get all the way back there and essentially be the last line. The 20-year-old Timorese international joined Persebaya this season after 2 years with PSIS Samarang. 13 caps and 2 goals for the Timor-Leste national team. And there he is, winning the ball back. Far side there, I think off McManus. And the ball will be put into touch by Arif Couture. So great to have this fixture here in WA, this game coinciding with the 35th anniversary celebrations of Western Australia's sister state relationship with the East Province of Java, where Surabaya is located. Also a game which is part of Football West's wider partnership with Persebaya and their relationships they're creating with Indonesia, with the two parties committing to talent development and exchange programs. Back in 2018, Persebaya brought an under-19 side to play in Perth, and in 2018, Football West reciprocated with a trip to Surabaya. So there is plenty of good history between WA and Indonesia, which isn't a surprise given the proximity, and hopefully we continue to see more nights like this here in the West. As Njegic looks left, sees McManus, takes a touch, and then he went with a little left-footed clip, maybe just caught in two minds there as to whether he wanted to strike or hopefully we continue stand to see one up for Teese, and in the end he did neither. Leeming Ninkovic's layoff. Forward by Pollard. Teese giving chase through to the replacement goalkeeper Ramadani it goes. Moreira. Dayan Tumbas. Outside of the foot pass into the channel was looking for Rizaldi, but was a little too far in front of the forward. Five minutes into this second half, then no change to the halftime score. Still WA 0, Persebaya Surabaya 0. Second half hasn't quite gotten going just yet. Manis will look to try and get WA on the front foot, but he just runs out of real estate. In fact, he was able to play off a Persebaya defender there. Williams all the way back for Adrian Sinagra. 7 clean sheets for the Green Machine this season. Olympic Kingsway, who drew 0-0 with Perth Red Star at the weekend in the second versus fourth clash in the NPL WA men's competition. Now then, Ricochet breaks to Rizaldi. Rivera, now Moreira looking to have a run it quick. Got half foot in. Moreira, cross came in. Williams guiding away. Going to come back though, as Matrevsky goes to Tumbas. Moreira used his body really sharply to get rid of Quick and then crossed into the box. WA with numbers back. Ninkovic let it run. Matrevsky got there first. And Tumbas just ran out of room on this near side. The Serbian, who's in the left back position, arrived earlier this year after playing previously in Tajikistan with FC Kuyand. Scored double figures in Tajikistan last season, but playing a slightly different role at fullback this season. As Dimov sends it over the sideline and Pollard gets the throw moving quickly into the body of McManus. Rivera for Couture. Foul was conceded by Teese, and now WA are going to make a plethora of changes just beneath us here. So 10 players are coming on for WA. It's almost going to be easier to tell you who doesn't come off. As the handshakes and the high fives happen. So the only player who remains on the field, who started the game, is the right back, Brent Quick. all other players have changed in WA colours. Quick is getting the captain's armband handed to him. Persebaya fans making some noise as the action's underway once again. Looks as though it's a 4-1-4-1 formation at the moment. Albeit Mbar and Gorman on either side for WA are very attacking players, and the WA substitutes have got around 35 minutes or so to make their mark on this one. As the free kick's taken quickly, Garner trying to link up with Gorman, who went to ground and did so a little easily, according to the referee. Nothing in that, really. Jack Hilaire. Bit of a bolter for this squad when he was announced as part of Ian Ferguson's 25-man side. Plays for UWA Netherlands, who are the current leaders of the State League Division 1 competition, the second tier here in WA football. They're very much in a two-horse title race at the top with Ian Ferguson's Dianella White Eagles. Really exciting player who's impressed since arriving from the UK at the beginning of last season, the 20-year-old. Bags of pace as well. As Matrevsky goes to Tour. Jonathan Cornice was in the way of that. He looks inboard, sees Tyler Garner. Garner loves to just drop into those little pockets of space. He's a futsal roux, is Tyler Garner. Played futsal at the Junior World Championships and national team player as well, part of the squad who went to Thailand in the past 12 months. Ramadani, the clearance under pressure, straight to Jeremy Mbar in the bright pink boots. Quick, takes a touch, crosses, trying to meet it near post was Gorman. Matiang was arriving on the scene, and it was away back there, I think, by Couture. Indonesian substitutes doing some warm-ups in the background of his shot as the throw-in was taken by Tumbas. Now then, Persebaya will come forward through Rivera, who sees Freitas bursting down the right-hand side. Gally Freitas on that left foot and laying off for Saudi, who just leant back on the effort. You could see what he was trying to do, whip that one into the top corner, but perhaps just slipped as he was trying to hit it. Freitas, though, coming inboard, looking to maybe find an angle for a strike, and in the end, Rizaldi. There was a real threat in the final third, just didn't quite have the execution. Couture. Rajkovic, pass up the line. Out of play in WA, get it going again through Cornice, who finds Hilaire. Jackson Stevens in his third season with Bayswater, first call up to the WA state team. across from the South Australian National Premier Leagues, where he played with Campbelltown City, among others. Freitas. Rivera for Bruno Moreira. Cross is aimed in, back post, Couture back into a dangerous area, and it's put in. Persebaya in front. Just as the hour mark passes. And it's Francisco Rivera, the Mexican, who is on the score sheet. And the visitors are very happy with that. As the pyro goes off here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. And the visitors hit the lead. It's WA 0, Persebaya Surabaya 1. It was Moreira with the initial cross. And then it was put back across goal by Freitas, actually, not Couture, who was arriving late. And Rivera was on the scene to put in from 6 yards out. And that's a goal to send the travelling support into a little bit of voice. And now let's see what the WA side has got in response. They made 10 changes around 5 or 6 minutes ago. Quick concession since, so they're going to have to reboot and reset quickly. Hilaire. Raking pass on the left foot. The header from Couture, and Cornice arrived on the scene, but his touch went out of play. So Francisco Rivera, the goal scorer, 30-year-old Mexican attacking midfielder who played for Club America in his youth career, part of 2 CONCACAF Champions League winning squads around a decade ago. Also played in Venezuela and Kosovo before moving to Asia. As WA come forward, Mbar driving into the box and still going, and almost squeezing in. Goalkeeper was trying to close down the angles there. You'll see on the replay, Mbar, his intent was just to drive down the byline, and in the end that's a very good save from the goalkeeper. Spread himself and got as big as possible to enforce the block. WA on the corner, trying to meet it near post was quick. The header was away, and Rivera is leading the charge on the counter-punch for Persebaya. Rivera still going. Ran into trouble and then got out of it, only to then give possession away to Cornice. Petrevski. Got it to the goal scorer, Rivera. And now Dejan Tumbas. Tumbas, Risaldi. Interchange of passes between the pair. Risaldi had a strike and it was beaten away by Sinagra. Freitas clipping back in. Risaldi arriving again. And Sinagra grateful that the Persebaya number 77 didn't get any sort of contact on that. Stevens for Gorman. Challenge from Moreira. Gorman again. Trying to pierce a pass through for Daryl Nicol. Nicol, the three-time gold medal winner the NPLWA men's competition. Three-time Golden Boot winner as well. 28 in all competitions last season. 11 in the league again this season. I'd love one from him tonight with WA. Quick. Gorman's cross. May have been fouled late. Cross ricocheted behind for a corner, but free kick is actually going to be awarded. Yeah, it was Tumbas who was across there. Lat Matiang's free kick. Quick trying to get ahead on it. Matiang pinched it off Rivera. Struck at goal and it was saved by Ramadani. That was travelling. And it was on target. Third shot on target of the evening for WA, 5 for Persebaya. Past the midway mark of this second half here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. WA 0, Persebaya Surabaya 1. Francisco Rivera with the game's only goal pretty much on the hour mark. And what has been an engaging and entertaining contest so far. WA looking to get back into this one as Nicol gives it to Mbar. Mbar looking to draw the foul, didn't get it. Couture is going to stand up a clearance in the direction of Risaldi. Risaldi for Rivera. Rajkovic. He got it back from Moreira and then he was trying to fire the pass through for Freitas. Risaldi behind Freitas on this occasion. WA get it back, Cornice keen to get it moving. Now then, Jeremy Mbar of Croatia looking to go down the outside of Couture, drops the shoulder. Mbar once again looking to try and get to that byline, looking to pull back for Gorman. Rajkovic with all that experience, best positioned. Strong challenge from Stevens. Garner. A little bit of space wide right for Quick. If he wants to pick the ball up and drive, he instead lays up the line for Gorman. Two green shirts to contend with, and the weight of numbers wins out. See a couple of Persebaya substitutes. One at half-time made with a switch in goal. Now we're going to see Gally Freitas come off. And so too Dime Dimov. And two players to enter the field of play are Alfin Suaib, the 21-year-old who was part of the SSB Binta Football Academy in Indonesia, before joining Persebaya in 2023 as part of their youth system. Also received a call-up to the Indonesian national team for the 2024 ASEAN Championships. And the other player to see some minutes will be Kadek Raditya, centre-back who started his career with Persiba before spending 4 years with Madura United and then joined Persebaya in 2023, six-time Indonesian under-19 international. Raditya will go straight into the centre of defence where Dimov was. Suaib will play wide right, where Freitas was doing his work tonight. Hilaire. Rewarding run from the centre of defence. Gave it away to Rajkovic. Then a good challenge from Gorman, but it broke the way of Rivera. Referee was actually playing advantage there, deeming that was a foul. Persebaya in possession. 72 minutes on the clock. Holding a one-goal advantage in this pre-season friendly for them against the WA state team. Rajkovic short to Moreira. Tumbas tried the back heel. Gorman all the way back to his teammate in Sinagra. Moreira with a curler. Wide of the mark, and in fact it's no longer Sinagra in goal. It's actually Peter Pilkadaris, the Dinella White Eagles goalkeeper. UWA Netherlands. 3 clean sheets in his past 3 games, and Barr looking to make some inroads at the other end. Meanwhile, referee said ball was won by the defender far side Couture. Thrown in by Tumbas. Mitrevski for Radica. Changing coming for Persebaya. We're going to see Shaver Kadunu come on. Kadunu, the 20-year-old defender who is part of the Persebaya under-20 squad. Looking to make his mark with some first-team minutes.
Okay.
Season 20-25, and he'll come on in place of Sadida Nagraha, the young midfielder. Into left back goes the substitute Kadunu. And that'll mean Tumbas will be pushed into midfield. So Persebaya in control of things at the moment. Inside the final quarter of an hour. Francisco Rivera with the difference-making goal thus far. Cornice will look to try and switch the points of attack for WA. Stevens for Quick, just beneath us. Hilaire. Stevens. Persebaya look pretty well set up. A pass is picked though for Gorman, who steps inside the substitute, helps it on to Garner. It's going to run through to Mbar, is it? No, not quite, because Ramadani, the Persebaya goalkeeper, read the danger very well and sprawled to his right to dive on the loose ball. Gorman, though, can maybe take a little bit of confidence from that. Substitute. Here's Tyler Garner again. And Gorman, unfortunately, looks as though he's just pulled up beneath us. So he's holding his hamstring there. Hopefully that's just a little bit of cramp and nothing more serious. So 78 minutes played here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. WA 0, Persebaya 1. The tale of the tape so far is that Francisco Rivera's goal is the decisive one so far. He put in from 6 yards after Bruno Moreira stood up across the back post and Gally Freitas helps it back across goal. Before then, both teams had chances. Sinagra went down to stop Freitas in the first half. Rivera was also denied by the goalkeeper. At the other end, Cameron Teese had a header on target from a Declan Hughes free kick, and Sam Pollard also had an opportunity, but in the end it's just the one goal. It's making the difference. As play is underway once again. Rajkovic for Mitrevski. Great to see plenty of fans in the crowd waving their Indonesian flags. Country that's really on the rise when it comes to football. Country recently has qualified for a number of tournaments and have been pretty well placed. They've got to the 4th round of the World Cup qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup, which will be hosted in the USA, Mexico and Canada next year. The draw for the 4th round of those qualifiers will be held next week with 2 sections of 3 drawn out, and the winners of those groups going through to the major tournament. The likes of Saudi Arabia and Iraq are also parts of that draw. You may also remember Indonesia were in the qualifying group with Australia in the 3rd round. And they finished 4th, just 1 point behind Saudi Arabia, who of course made the last World Cup in 2022, and football there is progressing and continuing to grow. A lot of investment being made into the game at a lower level as well. We're starting to see the fruits of that at youth level, with the under-17s qualifying for that World Cup, which will be held in Qatar in November. They'll be in a group with Brazil, Honduras and Zambia. And the under-23s also just missed out on qualifying for last year's Summer Olympics in Paris after finishing 3rd in the 2024 AFC Under-23 Asian Cup, which acts as the qualifiers for that competition. They actually finished 4th, having lost the 3rd place match to Iraq after extra time. But you may remember they did defeat Australia in the group stage by 1-0. So certainly plenty of talents coming through the ranks in Indonesia. As we see Persebaya make 5 more changes. Randy May, Risky Dwy, Dimas Wicaksono, Vikas Baihaki, among the names entering the field of play. So a handful of Persebaya players depart the field of play. They've put in their shift for tonight. Octavianus Fernando, another player entering the game. Persebaya there with May looking to make some inroads down the right. He ran into Corness though. Corness won the throw, dropped it to Hilaire. WA with 7 minutes plus stoppage time to try and rescue an equaliser, which would send the game straight to a penalty shootout to determine the winners of the International Cup. Persebaya, on the same token, will be wanting to hold on and start their new season off on the best possible footing. Come forward looking to add a second goal. There was a slip there from Wicaksono. Garner clipped forward, couldn't release Nickel. Trefsky across. Stevens for Brent Quick. Just worth noting as well that WA are down to 10 men on the field of play. Jaden Gorman has been withdrawn with injury and no substitutes remain. just took his eye off the ball for a split second, and Persebaya get it back. They're not going to be in much of a rush to get this moving, I suspect. A lot of energy put into this one. Cardano thrown up the line, intercepted by Garner, headed back by Matrevsky. Dropped off by Fernando to Rajkovic, who tried to spin the pass out wide. Cornice throwing into the body of Mbar. Big ball to win in midfield. It's Samson, who was then clattered into by Matrevsky. A fairly agricultural challenge there from the central defender. Samson wriggling away from a couple of opponents, and then the brick wall in the centre of defence stepped out. Might be a little sore in the morning after that, Samson. Nevertheless, it's a free kick in a very nice shooting position here for WA. There's a bit of a committee over this one. Daryl Nicol leaves it, and we've got Jeremy Mbar and Lat Matiang eyeing this one off. Matiang's free kick. Fired wide of the post, much to the relief of Ramadani. Plenty of power, not quite the precision. And the Persebaya fans will breathe a sigh of relief around the wall, but it was pretty comfortably covered, I suspect, by the goalkeeper. Well, it's been great to see the WA State team back in action in a prestigious friendly like this one. There's a long history. WA State team played for the first time in 1902. They've played the likes of Red Star Belgrade, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, AC Milan, Manchester City, Roma, Everton. And they've also played fixtures against international sides as well, and it's a very welcome thing to see these relationships with Asia being forged. And hopefully this becomes something akin to a regular fixture on the calendar where the best of WA can be acknowledged, and we see some Asian heavyweights coming out at the beginning of their pre-season to engage with the local community and their fans here in Australia. Couple of minutes left, plus added time. Almost close to gotta go time for the home team. Hilaire. Cornice. Stepping out, Rajkovic. He tried to slip the pass through to Dwyer. Dwyer looked up, he had no support in the middle, so checked and dropped it off to Alfan Suaib. Suaib was trapped all the way by Cornice. WA get the throw, but it's deep in their own territory. Long way to go to get it from back to front. Matiang went to the open space on this near side. Brent Quick just beneath our commentary position. Fernando there, trying to draw the foul, didn't get it. WA keen to get things moving quickly, but possession given away. Matrevsky, pocket of space in midfield is available for Suaib. Suaib looks outside, the cross comes in, Rajkovic, edge of the box. looking to link up with Dwyer. The pass on to Suaib, who maybe just hesitated on his decision as to whether he wanted to shoot or pass. And in the end, the chance for Persebaya to put this game to bed goes amiss. And WA have 4 minutes of additional time to try and send this one to a penalty shootout. Stevens laterally going to Hilaire. Hilaire wanted Madiang, didn't find him, got it back low via a ricochet. Still going Jack Hilaire, the cross was looking for Daryl Nicol, it was spun away by Mitrevski. Fernando in possession. Persebaya would love to keep the ball for a period of time, but Mbar showed great appetite to win it back for his team. Matiang sliding the pass through to Mbar. He went with the reverse for Nicol, and the pair weren't quite on the same wavelength. Ramadani will happily take a couple more seconds off the clock. Ramadani with rushed clearance. It was intercepted by Quick. Persebaya, everybody back behind the ball for them now. Garner was out-muscled there by his opponents. Nothing wrong with that. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Forward by Samson, Mitrevski meets it. Trying to play a little 1-2 there were Dwyer and Wikat Sono. Shot from long distance will loop up and in via a deflection. That'll kill off the contest once and for all. Risky Dwyer's got it. And it's going to be the perfect start to pre-season for Persebaya. WA 0, Persebaya 2. Late stage for this one here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Well, the away support will go home happy tonight. 2 goals scored by their team. We've just had a look at the replay of that one. Dwyer looked up, saw Pilkadara slightly off his line. There was a little deflection on the way through, which took it up and over the goalkeeper. And it drops into the back of the net. And 2-0 is job done for Eduardo Perez and the coaching staff of Persebaya. They'll go home very happy after their little pre-season tour here. They might just want more out of this one. As Fernando was brought down by Mbar. It's the final 30 seconds of the 4 minutes, which was allotted by the officiating team. Persebaya with a 2-0 victory, and they go home very satisfied following a successful trip to WA for them. They kickstart their pre-season in fine fashion, and they will look forward to their Indonesia Superliga season kicking off on August 8th. As the sides shake hands in the middle of the park. It's been a great night of football here in the West. Great to have Persebaya out here from Indonesia. And you can see how much it means to the fans on your screen there. It was an open and entertaining first half. Adrian Sinagra made a really good save from Francisco Rivera in particular. WA had their 2 best chances in the opening 45 as well, with Cam Teese heading at the goalkeeper and Sam Pollard forcing Ari into a stop as well, but the game's decisive goal came on the hour mark. Bruno Moreira stood up across. It was put back across goal by Gally Freitas, and Rivera, the Mexican, put in from 6 yards. And that turned out to be the game's decisive goal as WA ended with 10 players. They fought all the way till the end. Matiang killed a free kick wide late on in the piece, but in the end it's job done for Persebaya, and that'll just about bring our coverage to a close here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Big thank you for joining us wherever you've been watching us around Asia this evening. Thank you to the Sportscast crew, and from myself, Tommy Dolman, it's good night. Persebaya winners here over the WA State team by 2-0.
Captain of Persebaya.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you so much. And to the Persebaya fans that have joined us all the way from Indonesia or who are here supporting your team, let's hear it for you as well one more time. And trophies because you get out of it. Yeah. Now,